I'm your host, Jay, also known as Coach Jay. And like I always say, not to sound redundant, I bring the best damn talent to my platform. And today I have a phenomenal punter taking his time out of his day to do an interview with me. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Um, I'm Ricco Sastoque. I'm a senior right now, currently at Edinburgh University, and I'm originally from Concord, North Carolina. And right now, I'm studying political science. So I'm just hoping to get a chance to keep playing football because I love this sport. I love the game, and I love just working every day trying to get better.
What I'm talking about. Now, I want to ask you, why a punter? And how did this start?
Well, it was actually about 3 years ago. That's when I first started punting. So I've only been punting in college for 3 years.
Wow.
This is my third year. I was mostly a kicker, field goal guy, kickoff guy, and just one off season, like my coach was telling me, he was like, "Hey, you're probably gonna have to pick up the punting duties because our guy, he was a senior, he graduated, and doesn't look like we're gonna have anybody else coming in. So if you can learn how to do that, that would be a huge help." So I started working on it. And I realized I had so much more space. I didn't have to kick it in between the field goals. So I was just like, I'm gonna just keep doing this. And I was actually better at it than I was at field goal. So the decision was easy.
All right, all right. You have mentioned earlier you was a soccer player.
Yes, sir.
Why did you stop playing soccer?
Pretty much because I wasn't really recruited out of high school. I didn't really take recruiting that serious, I guess I would say. So when high school ended, I played my last game as a senior. Like I went to one college camp. I did pretty good. Um, but yeah, I didn't never really reach out to any coaches or anything, so it really wasn't on my radar. Ended up just going to play track, so I did that, and I never looked back.
So you're a track, soccer, football player. You run track, play soccer, and you play football, American football. So you're like a
I mean,
kind of like a
I am an
triathlete.
athlete. I am an athlete, man. But
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
that you're
don't
like an
run. I
athlete.
don't run. I'm a jumper.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I apologize. You're a jumper.
I'm not that fast. Yeah, I wish I could run track, but I just can't do it.
All right. But you play multiple sports. That's pretty hard to do with jumping.
Yes, sir. I only did it 1 year in college. So I've just been straight football, strictly football, past 3 years.
Why didn't you pursue your soccer career more?
I guess I just didn't really want to.
Okay. And you felt more passionate in football, I'm assuming?
I just felt like the talent level, I was better at football, so I just stuck with that.
In terms of punting, and a lot of casuals, as they like to call them nowadays, don't appreciate the art of punting and how important it is to have a good punter. What was the most difficult part from transitioning from field goal kicker to punter? And I understand you said the length, but removing the more space, excuse me, removing the space out the equation. What was the hardest part to adjust to?
Mm, the hardest part, I would say, would be getting consistently good at dropping the ball.
Okay. Yeah, because you have to use that eye-hand coordination.
Right.
How good does it feel when you step in the 20, you're under the 20, and you punt it 60 yards, 70 yards? How good does that feel?
It was great, man. I love that feeling. Every time I see the ball go and I know it's over a 50 yarder, I feel just pure joy on the inside of my heart.
You've been you put in punting in college for a while, and I understood that you made the transition, you helped out the team, and you said, "Wow, this is for me." Can you recall the nerves you had for your very first punt in the college game?
Yeah. So yeah, it was my freshman year at Waynesburg University, and it was the very last game of the season. Our punter got hurt, the guy that was ahead of me. And so they put me in. It's cold, it's raining. I really wasn't experienced or very good. So they put me back there and I'm just like, all right, I know I could do this, but this is my first one. So I gotta make sure I'm doing as good as I could do. So I remember, yeah.
And how many yards did you punt it?
It was like 35, I think. Maybe
In the
maybe
rain? It's
closer
not
to
bad.
40. Yeah, it was all right. The returner, he didn't catch it. Like he let it go and he actually made a good decision because it bounced like sideways. It actually went back a couple yards, so it is what it is.
They ask punters to kick it to the side, you know, not let the guy catch it if he's a speedster, pin him deep inside. What is your favorite part? Or better yet, where are you best at?
I think the my best best area on the field would probably be in between, like if I'm standing on like the 20 to like 35. So I guess from like the 50 to the 35 where the ball would be at.
Okay.
Because I have like a full length, I can kick it like 50 to 65 yards in the air without having to worry about kicking a touchback. And I know I'm gonna get inside the 20 or inside the 10. So I just like that part of the field.
Now, I understand your first punt, nerves kicking, but what was that first good punt you had that you kicked it inside the 20? You was like, yeah, I belong. This is my position. Do you recall that punt?
I'm not sure if I had one that was really good before this punt that I'm remembering right now, but it was my sophomore year, the year that I really became the starter. I had this one punt against Carnegie Mellon,
Hmm.
D3 school in Pittsburgh, and I was standing at like the goal line, and I caught the snap, and like I had been really doing good in practice, like all fall camp, stuff like that, and I hit this ball to like the 25 from the
Damn.
goal line in the air, and I was just like, that's how it's supposed to feel. If I could do this every time, then I'm gonna be doing something good.
Gotcha. Being a punter is not easy. You just brought something up that this dawned on me. You said, I kicked it from my goal line pretty much to their goal line, and you got them deep. How do you manage the kicks when you're not that deep, but you're at the 50 and you want to pin them in?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is like, all right, I don't want to hit a touchback. I want to get as much hang time as I can, but really I just want to make sure that I'm kicking it to where my team is going to be able to get it. So if I know that the play call is a punt to the right, like I get it inside the 20, 15. I usually have a good gauge of like how I'm kicking that day. So I'll be able to tell myself like, all right, I need to hit it a little bit harder to try to get it inside the 10 because I've been hitting it to the 15. So I'm gonna try to hit it bang inside the 10, inside the 5, like best I can, high as I can, to the best part to the side of the field where my guys are. So
Gotcha.
as long as I do that,
You're
everything
good.
is good. Yeah.
They say kickers don't like to tackle. They avoid the contact. I know it happens. There's nothing you could do. It's part of the game. There's a punt return. You're the last man standing. Nerves kicking in. How do you stop him? What do you do? Because this.
That's disappointing, bro. To see that happen on the field, man, it breaks my heart. I'm like, ah, damn, bro. It's just like I just know because the play's still going, so I know I gotta go make a tackle, and I'm not looking forward to it. Oh man, that's the worst feeling. Yeah, bro, I just see it coming, and I'm just like, all right, how do I get him going at least to the sideline? Because if it comes to the middle of the field, like I'm gonna try my best, bro, but that's not what I'm here for. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna try my best, but those guys are coming full speed. directly at me from 50 plus yards away, I'm gonna try my best. But if I can push you to the sideline, I know I can at least be able to get you out of bounds. Like, bro, I'm not just gonna get straight trucked.
Gotcha, gotcha. Have you ever had a Sean Taylor type hit on you on the Pro Bowl?
No, man, no, I've been blessed. I think the worst I ever had was I was trying to make a tackle, and the dude kind of like I was still kind of feeling him out, and I was getting ready to go in, and he kind of hit me with a stiff arm, and I kind of bounced off a little bit. I didn't even make the tackle, but I like slowed him down enough so that my teammate came and got him.
Man, that's a good play.
I mean, that's probably the worst. Like that's probably the worst, man. Just getting
Is
stiff arm and not making the tackle.
that Sean Taylor hit in the Pro Bowl was pretty funny. Not to knock the punter, but it was pretty funny because you didn't expect that in the Pro Bowl.
I mean, it was rough. I wouldn't want to be me. I mean, I wouldn't want to be that guy.
Now
For real.
you're helping your team out essentially, and not every time the offense is gonna be clicking on all cylinders, but you help them out by pinning them deep. How much pride do you take that?
I mean, I wouldn't really call it pride. It's just like that's the position I play, so I try to do my best.
Gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. Now,
I think actually I feel better like when my teammates are happier.
God,
So if I make a play and my teammates are excited about it, then I feel happier, you know?
when they call a fake punt and you have to throw the ball or do a run play, the very first time you had a fake punt, how bad was that play, or how successful was that play?
It was good. The first time they called a fake play, um, it was at Minot State, and we ran it against University of Mankato,
Hmm.
Minnesota State Mankato, and I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous at all because I saw the dude take a step to the inside, and I knew I had the lane because there was nobody else out there. I was looking at it before the play started, so I just
Gotcha.
took it.
I always found it hard, and I don't know how you punchers do it. When they hike the ball to you, you gotta catch it and you gotta bring it down and then punt it. Is it difficult when the long snapper throws it kind of high and you gotta catch it and jump?
Definitely.
Where would you prefer the ball? Better yet, is what I'm trying to go with.
Yeah, you brought up a good point, but if I had my preference would be probably like right at my belly button.
Okay, that will be your preference, the belly button.
Mm,
Do you have to build a chemistry with the hiker? Because that doesn't seem like an easy task doing that. Both on both ends. The hiker and then the punter. Like, do you guys how often do you practice that snap?
it's definitely a chemistry that you have to build. Definitely something that takes time on the field, off the field. Um, I mean, the most important part is on the field because that's really what matters in a
Hmm.
punt and snapper relationship. But yeah, definitely something that I'll constantly want to get better at. Constantly feel like I can get better at with more reps. So I try to not be the guy that is saying I'm good, I've had enough. So it happens sometimes where it's just like you know you got to go do something or you're busy, you got to do some homework, but I try to always be focused on trying to get better. So I've had some good snappers. I've had some people who just started snapping in college. They wanted to try it out for the first time. So I feel like I've seen the highs and the lows of collegiate snapping, and I haven't really had too much experience with one particular snapper for a long period of time. So I can't attest to having the greatest like chemistry with any one
Gotcha.
particular snapper. But you know, I could see how it would have progressed, if I'd been able to be around certain people longer.
You brought up a very interesting point. You said you've seen the highs and you've seen the lows. someone that's coming in, hey, he just wants to try the position out. He's not as experienced as you. How do you teach him to snap the ball to your belly button as best as he can? But how do you build up his confidence when he messes up?
Mm. You're saying that a snapper, right?
Yeah, the long snapper.
Mm. That's a hard position.
It
I
is.
um I I'm not the guy to tell you how to be a long snapper. I'm not. I could catch snaps for you all day long and tell you where they're coming at, how fast they're coming. You know, if I caught it laces up, I could tell you that. Um, so that's pretty much what I'd say. If somebody were to come to me and be like, "Can you help me be? What would you say to be a long snapper?" I'd say, if you want to get some work in, or I know some people that are good long snappers, I can refer you to them. Um, but just from my experience though, helping guys that have had bad snaps, it's part of the game, bro. Nobody's perfect. So next play, like, don't do the same thing twice. If it's a bad snap and you know what you did wrong, just don't do that again. Adjust, do the best you can because you've had good snaps before. So just try to do that again.
So you kind of tell him short-term memory.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
And keep it moving. Let's go.
Hmm.
You said something and you brought up another thing. So you said in in the collegiate level, which kind of makes sense. You only can get so many reps. You guys have college classes you have to attend, maybe other interns and stuff that you're doing. Have how do you balance it? And coming from high school, you didn't have these issues, but you have them in the college level. How did you balance it and then try to get the work in at the same time?
Communicating, just talking to each other, figuring out when the schedules align and when opportunities are available to get work.
This was your last year playing college football, correct?
Yes, sir.
How emotional was it the season? Because you knew coming in, yo, this is it. I'm done.
It was emotional a little bit. It wasn't like overwhelming. Like I feel like I was more emotional. I feel like I was more emotional like my last game of high school
Okay.
for some reason. But I definitely like, especially as it got closer to the end of the season, was realizing like, dang, this is my last game. This could be my last game. This is one of my last games. And obviously like the very last game, it was actually my birthday.
Oh,
So I kind of tried to take it extra with more appreciation and just be like, wow, this is a blessing. Not everybody gets to do this because I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I got today. So
your last game in high school, you said it was emotional for you.
yeah,
Why was it so emotional?
man, because I really love those guys. We were the first undefeated team in our school history, and then we lost in the playoffs, like in the third round, to a team that like we didn't play our full potential to. So it was just kind of one of those things where everybody expected us to win that game. We wanted to win that game, but we just didn't go out there and do it, and it was the last one. So it was emotional.
That's an interesting statement. You should have won the game, but you didn't. That must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
You know, it was because we felt like we could have played better, and there were some plays that we felt like should have gone our way, but for whatever reason, it just didn't. So it,
Did
it
you,
was it was sad.
is there one specific play that you could run into me and say, Jay, I kind of knew we were gonna lose. I had an idea we were gonna lose because this play didn't work.
There was a couple times where we went for it on fourth down and we didn't get it, or they had a really good receiver quarterback combo, and there'd be like third down plays that they were able to convert on, and I was just like every time they would convert, I would be so frustrated because I was watching them get first downs on the team, and it was disheartening.
That is rough. That is rough to watch, on especially on the sideline when you're there. You went for it a couple of times on fourth down. I know you're not the coach. We're not trying to relive in the past. Why not punt the ball?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just part of just how the game went and the situation we were in, where he felt like the best thing to do would be to run the ball. Cause like I wasn't experienced. I don't practice punting. I'm a field goal kicker. I'm a kickoff guy that can step in and punt because I'm a soccer player. I'm an athlete, whatever. But I don't work on it. I barely even go to practice because I'm at soccer practice. I got soccer games twice a week. We got a
Mm.
football game on the third day. Other 2 days I show up and we got to do special teams for like 20, 30 minutes. That's pretty much it for me. And we got to fit field goal, kickoff, and punt into that. And one of those days is a walkthrough.
And
So
you
it's like,
was the only kicker they had.
yeah, sir.
Damn, that's rough. Damn, that's really rough. Especially on you. That you didn't get the reps in and it's only 30 minutes. That's rough.
I could have stayed longer. Looking back on it, I could have stayed longer and put some work in. That's just not what I did. So I can't say that I did it.
You didn't put the work in, but then you do it in college. Do you think clearly you matured, but do you think that loss played the factor into be like, I need to step it up a little bit more in this level? I can't be on cruise control.
I think honestly, I wouldn't say that loss motivated me to be better at football because I was thinking about track season next. So
Mm,
I ended up getting a track scholarship, and so I wasn't my football career was done at that point, is what I thought. So what really motivated me was when I went to JUCO,
okay.
and I kind of realized like, all right, if I don't make it out of JUCO because I only got 2 years here, then I really don't have another opportunity to play football ever again.
Gotcha.
So I feel like just the situation was enough for me.
In North Carolina, it's very big on football. You go to JUCO. Is the attendance as high as the high school games or much lower?
In JUCO,
Yeah. Compared to your high school career, comparing JUCO. Was the attendance in the high
uh,
school games as high as the JUCO, or was the JUCO attendance, I'm talking in terms of fans, was it lower than it was in high school? Because I've spoken to a lot of people and they say, Jay, I played in high school and I've had like 10,000 people show up. I go to JUCO, I have two.
yeah, the JUCO level was definitely a lot lower people, a lot lower attendance than high school for sure.
Did it damn, because they say that JUCO, there's a lot of pressure in JUCO because everybody's trying to get their reps in, everybody's trying to get film. And I know you don't play like what would be considered a popular position, like a running back or receiver or quarterback. But how much pressure was it for you to deliver in the JUCO level?
The pressure. Luckily, I had a bunch of guys that I hadn't met for the first time, but we had good chemistry. So the pressure was more of a like exciting uh adrenaline rush than it was more of a pressure situation.
Gotcha. When you got offered and you got out of JUCO, you go to your college now. How excited were you? To be like, oh wow, I did it. I accomplished my goal. I'm going to the next level.
It was definitely really cool to be able to look around and at the guys that I had been playing with for the past 2 years and be like, look, like, yes, like I actually did it. That was cool. And getting the call from the coach and telling me that they wanted me to come play, that was really cool too. And like getting there and like that first day of like starting all over again with a new team and it's like I got to prove myself. I was excited, bro. It was fun. Like I wish I could go back and not do it again, bro, but just like re what's the situation? What is it? like go back and like watch myself do it
Yeah,
again.
kind of like a movie. I put the movie on and watch it.
Yeah.
When you when when you got that call from the coach, who was the first person you told? I got
I
recruited.
was at my grandparents' house.
Oh, nice.
So I went inside and told them like, hey, like I actually told them before I hopped on the call that the coach was about to call me. So I came back in and just told him how it went. And after that, we planned a visit and went up there.
And then that's it. You were sold. You was in.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't have a whole lot of offers coming out of JUCO, so I was definitely grateful to get the one that I did. And once I went up there and met the coaches in person, I was sold.
Nice, nice. Listen, man, I'm gonna wrap this up now. I do want to thank you for your time. This was a lot of fun. I've never really interviewed a punter before, so it's a good perspective to get from you. And I really appreciate your time and everything you've done. And thank you again for, working with me on the scheduling. Excuse me.
I appreciate you, Jay. This was a great experience for me too. So I want to say thank you.
Man, anytime, man. You know you coming back. We got lots to talk about, lots to do.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Take care.